you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, turn the music off. Anyway, 619, I'm willing to bet money that, the probability is pretty high that you are a Mexican. You haven't even said anything. But just by the prefix of your area code, I'm willing to bet that you're a Mexican. Am I correct? Am I correct, 619, huh? Yeah, you don't want to talk. You don't want to talk, don't you? Yes. I love this game, man. I'm telling you this right now. I know there's idiots out here that are flapping their fat Dorito-stained fingers on the keyboard talking a bunch of malarkey saying I'm racist. But how is it racist if I'm always right? Hey, 619's still there. Are you a Mexican or not? Admit it. All right, admit it. You're a Mexican, right?
Yeah, I am.
I told you. Yes. I told you all. So if it's true, all right, if it is true, why is it racist? Can you explain that to me? Why is it racist? It's not, all right? I knew it, for Christ's sake. Before, he didn't even have to say anything. For Christ's sake. Anyway, 619, you want to know how I knew that?
Oh, how?
Now, you want to know how I know? Because 619 is like the San Diego kind of going towards the border type of area code. And I know for a fact that the probability is in at least the 85 to 90 percentile range that there is a Mexican behind that 619 number. I kid you not, all right? I kid you not. Let me tell you, that was like unbelievable guesstimation at work, all right? And let me tell you something. 619, do you want to give us an arriba or something? Because that was kind of cool, don't you think?
Yeah, I'm not that, stereotypical.
Come on, it was cool. Come on, here, I'll even put some Mexican music on for you. Go ahead, engineer, put some Mexican music on for this guy. Come on. That was cool, man. Come on, admit it. That was pretty elite. Come on, let's do it. Let's do one of those Mexican yelps. Let's get one of the Mexican yelps going on. There you go. That's how you do it. That's a true Mexican right there. Do it again. Here, I'm going to do the Fort Lorico dance. All right, I'm going to do the Fort Lorico dance. You do the Spanish yelp. All right, I'm going to tap my feet. I'm going to stomp my feet like a Fort Lorico dancer. All right. All right, here, let's do it. Ready? You do the. All right, here you go.
I'm not doing it.
I'm stomping my feet. Hey, do you hear him? I'm stomping my feet, for Christ's sake. Look at it.
Doing it.
Yeah. I wish I had some more margaritas. A margarita.
I don't know why people get so offended and on the chat room be calling you racist. I don't.
All right, let me get that. Turn it off. Engineer, shut it off. What were you saying, young man?
No, I'm just saying that I don't know why people get so offended and they're commenting on your chat room calling you racist. You do it all in good fun, right?
Yeah, I'm just doing it. What are you talking about? Just doing it all in good fun, man. If you're a Mexican capitalist, you're down with me. You can call me whatever the hell, cracker, honky. Hey, the ethnic minorities do anyway, so what the hell, right?
Yeah, I don't really judge people by race. I just
I hear you. Hey, how old are you? How old are you, by the way?
About 16.
16. So let me explain something. How do you view life at this point in time as a 16-year-old Mexican kid?
Well, I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out what's. I'm just focusing on school right now, because I'm doing really well, and if I do the. I might be the first in my family to actually go to college. That must be
Well, hey, 619, don't read too much into that. Look, all you got to do is really, screw going to, high school. All you got to do is get a GED. You get a GED, you get a government grant to go to college right off the bat. As a matter of fact, you can probably get a couple of them. And on top of which, you can get all these, Hispanic grants that they give out by all these corporations, with a LULAC and, all this crap. So, don't read too much of going into, college. What you should be worried about is making the FETI. You know what I'm talking about when I say the FETI, making the FETI?
No, I don't know what you mean.
Making lots of FETI, lots of FETI, for Christ's sake. Cash,
yeah,
moolah,
I know what you mean now.
I mean, that's what it's about, is making lots of FETI, for Christ's sake. I mean, look, anybody can get a degree, all right? I mean, tards are getting degrees, for Christ's sake. If you can pay for the college, you're going to get a degree, all right? It doesn't matter who goes. There are people at prestigious institutions that have no business being there, but because they can pay the tuition, they're getting a degree, and as a result of this, you're getting a saturation of college degrees out here. So all I'm saying is maybe what you should be doing is, saving money, saving capital, and another thing, do you have a good family, or is it one of those families where, and I don't mean to be racist about this, but I'm just going by, what I'm seeing out here in Texas. We got a lot of Mexicans walking around out here in Texas.
Sure, go for it.
Do you have one of these families where, you got about a couple of sisters that became, what do the Mexicans call it, viejas? They became viejas, and they had about 2 or 3 kids from 2 or 3 different fathers. Now they're living with your mother, and she's basically taking care of the kids while they're going out in the town, hopping on anything that looks good in a plaid, only first button shirt going on. You understand what I'm saying? Do you live in one of those families, or do you live in a family where, you're one of these people that just got off the boat like maybe a couple of years ago, and you actually got all your money in a Mexican restaurant, and you're trying to, capitalize off the American dream? Which one are you?
I'm not sure what the second option means, really. What you mean by that?
Are you from a nice family? I mean, do both parents work? Are they living lavish? Are they making sure that, hey, look, our kids aren't going to end up like the statistic, that sort of thing?
Yeah.
All right. Well, good for you, man. Anyway, I didn't mean, thanks for, taking everything all in good fun. You sound like a good Mexican. You know what I'm saying? And this is what we're talking about out here. You know what I mean? I take back what I just did to this poor kid. You know what I'm saying? I mean, all he's doing, he's trying to get lulls. But at this point in time, he's misguided. He's misdirected in his idealism. You know what I'm saying? So, he's a pretty good Mexican, man. Much props to that. As a matter of fact, let's have a drink to Mexicans, all right? Those types of Mexicans. Cheers, everybody. Good stuff. Good stuff. Anyway, let me go on. We were supposed to be talking about, Obama giving his much to do about nothing speech, all right? But now I want to talk a little bit about the Arizona wildfires, all right? Well, no, you know what? Before we get into the Arizona wildfires, I want to talk about how ANTI-SEC, which is the offshoot of LulzSec and ANON, or Anonymous for all the folks that are out there, all right, they have come across a second hack as it relates to the Arizona police, the officers, for Christ's sake, and they're actually going to unearth more loot as it pertains to a lot of dirt and details to the bureaucratic system that's supposed to be overlooking the supposed strict, disgusting, racist, illegal immigration policy that they have set forth out there in Arizona. And let me tell you something right now. Even though LulzSec has disbanded their operations and the ANON community and others have taken it on in ANTI-SEC, all I got to say is the Lone Boat. That's all I got to say, man. I mean, let me tell you something right now. I don't get why you've got so many people racist against the illegal immigrants in this country that are working, for Christ's sake. They're working. They're the only ones working, for Christ's sake. While everybody is sitting here mooching off the government, all right? While everybody is mooching off the government, we've actually got the illegal immigrants that are actually working, And because these, mooching-ass American people that are just sitting there collecting entitlements are pissed that the people that are actually working are better than them and are making more money than them and are living more lavish than them, they want to hate on them and put on these stringent-ass laws so that they can no longer actually work. I mean, if you kick them out, who's going to work? Who's going to do the damn jobs? All right, I mean, they've already done something like this in Georgia, all right? And what happened? In Georgia, they have 11,000 vacant jobs, 11,000 vacant farm jobs, because you idiots out here in Georgia decided, Mexicans are taking away jobs from American people. We're going to make sure that they don't work out here more and all that. And now that you have taken them out of the employment equation in Georgia, there are 11,000 farm jobs that nobody wants. The goddamn crops are going to rot out there because are any of the Georgians that are collecting welfare or any of these other government entitlements, are they looking at these 11,000 job opportunities and saying, you know what, baby, I've been collecting all this money all this time. I've been collecting government cheese, the welfare card. I've been collecting all this for all the time. I'm going to go out there and get me a job out there and show the motherfucker that I ain't just some loser out here just collecting all the government. No, you're not seeing that whatsoever. Absolutely not. And you're going to have those, crops out there to rot. You understand? All right, they're going to rot. 11,000 jobs out there farmed. Nobody gives a crap. Nobody wants them. You want to lie? Nobody wants to work, for Christ's sake. Nobody wants to goddamn work. Anyway, I just want to talk about, the Arizona are confirming a second hack on an officer's email. And, of course, it does relate to anti-sec, the anti-sec movement. And for you folks that aren't familiar with what I'm speaking about, well, maybe it's best that you don't know what I'm talking about because you're probably too simplistic to understand. But anyway, if you've been keeping up, LulzSec, who, basically, charted the Lulz boat, went out and started doing what Annan was, for lack of a better term, too unintelligent at the time to do. LulzSec actually started hacking for a purpose. They started hacking for a reason, for Christ's sake. Instead of, hey, it's not fair. GeoHot, dude, they're suing GeoHot. It's not fair. So we're going to attack Sony. We're going to attack Sony because GeoHot, it's not fair. And that's what we're going to do. Give me a break. And look at what GeoHot's doing. Look at what GeoHot did. He went out and got a job with Facebook. Huh? Yeah. Thanks, Annan. Thanks a lot. Jesus Christ. It's a disgrace, man. I couldn't believe when I read that GeoHot is going to work for freaking Facebook. You know what I mean? I mean, what an unbelievable, disgusting, pathetic, want to puke up nasty chicken grease and corn oil and cream of wheat joke. All right? It's a freaking joke. Jesus Christ, I can't. GeoHot working for Facebook. I mean, is it just me, or, should Anonymous be just a little bit more pissed off than they are? I mean, can somebody explain this to me? I'm just saying. All right? Jesus Christ. Anyway, I want to go ahead and, talk about some shout-outs. And for all the folks that are listening in, if you want a shout-out, well, by all means, send me a tweet on my Twitter account. All right, the Twitter name is Ghost Politics. And if you haven't already been following, well, by God, go and follow it, for Christ's sake. What are you doing? Anyway, let me go ahead and let me see what we got going on over here. Let's see. Do we have any retweeters, or tweeters or anything like that there, engineer, for Christ's sake? All right, well, let's go ahead and see what they're doing, for Christ's sake. We're having technical difficulties here at the switchboard level here. The engineer seems to be having a goddamn problem. So everybody bear with us when it comes to taking calls. I have no idea. What the hell's the problem, the engineer? Jesus Christ. There seems to be some kind of malfunction with the